morning, and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor, presented by Hard Factor. It's Thursday, February 25th, 2021, episode number 633. I'm Will. We got Mark, Pat, the Beeve, and Wes, the full house. Boys, are you ready for another action-packed episode of Hard Factor?
Absolutely. Yeah. I got a 24-inch monitor, so I don't have to not look at your beautiful faces ever again.
Oh, like so you can see us and your notes now.
That's correct.
So we're wait. So hold on. This is episode 633.
Who looks the best?
Mark, how many times have you
spot.
been able to do this? Have you been able?
The first time.
Oh. Incredible.
Besides like special shows we did like on like election nights and like debate nights where we had big monitors everywhere. Like this is the first show.
So how do you feel? I mean,
I haven't done it yet. So
you're doing it right now.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
After I'm done reading the story.
Wait, are you gonna be looking off the screen like that the whole time?
Is that distracting? Is this distracting? Is that distracting?
No, you look great.
It's fine.
All right.
You look great. The screen's great.
You can't ruffle my feathers.
Beeve, I see that the background is not there yet, but you did change your angle. That's cool.
We're getting there, baby. Getting there. Let's just say my stand-in isn't too comfortable and doesn't want to sit in this chair.
Oh, yeah.
Not right, because she's very pregnant.
Well,
and I killed the cactus today.
And you did this to her.
And it was a debacle. And I made this. This is mine.
Yeah, that's a classic third trimester situation for you, if I've ever heard one myself.
Mark, I got to tell you, so I'm glad you got that monitor, bro. But can you get a box going over there for just all the gear that we dropped off? I don't want it to get strewn. I know that you'll get a piece of gear.
You should see my bed over here. I have probably 30 to 40 cords. Yeah,
that's company gear. I'd never put a
box.
Oh, Mark's house is just now the locker.
I've got the Hurt Locker, baby. Got a lot of gear over here.
Nice. Nice. That sounds like a bunch of malarkey, which takes us into the first story. It's the Malarky Minute. Joe Biden has spent a lot of time in his first month canceling out everything Trump did with executive orders, punishing Trump staffers by canceling their maternity leave, musing the creation of a digital dollar. Not sure if you guys heard about that one. Protecting Chinese spy Eric Swalwell, and whatever else he can do to place blame on the last administration for whatever he's about to fuck up himself. And here we go with a pretty big one right off the bat. The promise to end kids in cages has been reversed. The Biden administration reopened the facility in Carrizo Springs, Texas, to house up to 700 aged 13 to 17 migrants. The Department of Health and Human Services announced late on Monday this was going to happen, and the first unaccompanied children arrived that same day in the facility that was described as kids in cages under Trump. On Tuesday, Press Secretary Psaki said that it's only temporary and due to COVID, and, quote, this is not kids being kept in cages. This is a facility that was opened that is going to follow the same standards as the other HHS facilities. It is not a replication, certainly not. No, it's only opening the exact same facility with the exact same kids in the exact same cages, it's not a replication.
He said it's not kids in cages, it's teens in cages.
They're older.
13 to 17, that's right.
Not the same kids. New kids, right? Same
cages.
Yeah, new kids.
You can trust everything being said about this for sure. And surely the real reason for this complete reversal and backtracking isn't that they have no fucking clue what to do with the kids at the border besides claim it's all Trump's fault. That couldn't be, right? Not this administration after the campaign they ran. No, not possible, right, guys? No,
Did they run a campaigin?
They're like...
I'm pretty sure it's called Blame Trump.
They're like, fuck, that's a lot of kids at the border.
He was right. I don't know, guys.
That's a lot. That's a big handful. Let's open some cages. Taking it to the internet, Blue Check, Adina Menzel says, what a relief. My son just hugged me. And he said, quote, Mommy, no more kids in cages. Tears of joy and tears of sadness. That was on November 7th, 2020, just reveling in the Biden win and the fact there would never be a kid in another cage ever again.
Is that the singer from Frozen?
Yeah, she was a woman who was in Uncut Gems, too.
Yeah, she was a Nadel, what did Travolta call her? Whoever, Nadel Nazim?
Rafael Nadal, I believe.
She's a liar. She's obviously a humongous genius with a giant brain. And then here's the response to that. Everybody's memeing her to death now that the kids in cages are back open. AOC crying in front of the new detention facility where it looks like it's just a bunch of trailers instead of her standing outside of the parking lot fence. And then there's Biden sniffing her hair outside of the parking lot fence. It's just, I mean, the memers are having a field day with this. The kids in cages are totally back, 100%.
Yeah.
So
I gotta let me live it up real quick. What do we know here?
We know that this is a facility that was closed technically because it was kids in cages, and that it's now reopened because they have too many kids to deal with and they need cages.
Yeah, they can't leave.
They paint the cages or put?
It's
It's the same facility.
It's teens and trailers inside of cages instead of.
It's literally the same facility. They just reopened it. It's not. It's literally the same. There's no changes.
There's some barbed wire
Not
around
good.
it.
I don't like.
They put like a welcome back sign.
Right? Yeah. That's the change. There's a welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah, before they welcome them back across the border.
Slightly warmer.
I take issue with the
We
new
got
AOC
seltzer water
meme.
this time.
Yeah.
With the what, Pat?
Well, okay, everyone's ripping on AOC because she cried the first time. Now it's the Biden administration.
Well, was she going to go back and cry?
Well, my point is, bro, the first time I watched The Lion King, cried. Second time, cried. Third time, didn't cry. Wasn't as impactful.
But what if you
Still love The Lion
What
King.
if you switch teams from Mufasa to Scar? Would you then cry again now that you're on Scar's team, or you just?
I
be
would
happy?
laugh.
Yeah, you'd be laughing, wouldn't you?
Anyways. Open the cages.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Maybe she doesn't give a fuck anymore. Anyways, speaking of the government letting you down, I'm glad I never have to waste time at a post office ever again, thanks to Stamps.com. Just the other day, I was shocked how long it took my wife to get something done at the post office, and lucky for her, Stamps.com is here to make sure we never have to step foot in that nasty, time-wasting post office ever again. Stamps.com brings the services of the U.S. Postal Service and UPS right to your computer. Stamps.com is a must-have for any small office sending out invoices, online sellers shipping out orders, or even a giant warehouse sending thousands of packages a day. Stamps.com can handle it all with ease. Simply use your computer to print official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send. Once your mail is ready, you just schedule the pickup, drop it off. It's that simple. With Stamps.com, you get discounts up to 40% off post office rates and up to 62% off UPS shipping rates. That's insane. Not to mention, Stamps.com is a fraction of the cost of those expensive postage meters. Stamps.com is a no-brainer, saving you time and money. It's no wonder nearly 1 million small businesses already use Stamps.com. Stop wasting time.
We're one of those.
Yep, that's right. Hard factor. Never wasting time in the post office. Thanks to Stamps.com. Stop wasting time.
Wes still goes, but that's because he likes the post
Well,
office.
that's like a Costco thing. It's like a people watching thing.
Wes
right,
has to get out of the house at least once a day. Once a day.
Dude, an errand to the post office is welcomed right now.
If you want to waste time, do that. But instead, do the smarter thing. That's Stamps.com. There is absolutely no risk. Stop wasting time. Go to the post office. Go to Stamps.com instead. There's no risk. And with our promo code HARDFACTOR, all one word, you get a special offer that includes 4-week trial plus free postage in a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type HARDFACTOR, all one word. Stamps.com, promo code HARDFACTOR. Stamps.com, never go to the post office again.
Unless you need to get out of the house.
Yeah.
I like the weird
Guys-
guy that works up there.
My wife's always like, why is Wes always got to get out of the fucking house so much?
Yeah, the weird guy up there is kind of fun to look at every now and again.
It makes you feel better about you.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it finally happened. They mounted a gun on a robot. Yeah. So for all you believers of the Book of Revelations out there, now would probably be a good time to liquidate your Bitcoin, because this is certainly the beginning of the end. A Brooklyn-based, quote, ideas company called MSCHF, which is stylized in a very trendy no vowels style, MSCHF, did a, quote, drop yesterday where they took a Boston Dynamics robot dog. Remember the robot dog Spot?
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah. They took Spot and they strapped a paintball gun on its head. And then they they let it loose in an art gallery where users could operate the killing machine over a website, spotsrampage.com, and they could fire paintballs at will, much like the robots will do with real bullets when they become self-aware at
It's like a
2:14
drone
a.m.
fighter.
Eastern,
Right,
August
yeah, it's a
29th.
drone.
1997.
How'd they get? Oh, this is Terminator 2. Terminator. How'd they get the rights to Spot?
Well, they didn't have to get the rights, Mark, because Spot is for sale. He is for sale, and Spot's for sale,
you can
guys.
just buy him off Boston Dynamics, right?
And then you can put a gun on him and claim it's your product.
Whoa.
Oh shit! Side shot.
That wasn't a good promo.
Oh
Yeah, Spot. Well, that
Spot
was actual
failed.
footage. That was a lot of the comments out there saying, "Well, as long as humans are operating, Spot, we're okay." MSCHF issued a manifesto on spotsrampage.com. I'm going to read it to you guys. Part of it. See Spot run. It tops out at a blistering 3 miles per hour. See Spot roll over. Spot is an empathy missile. When killer robots come to America, they will be wrapped in fur. Good boy, Spot. Everyone in this world takes one look at cute little Spot and knows this thing will definitely be used by police and the military to murder people. We talked with Boston Dynamics, and they hated this idea. They said they'd give us 2 spots for free if we took the gun off, and that made us want to do even more. Yeah, so they're just messing with Boston Dynamics.
They're all over the place. What? I don't understand their message. They're saying, like, this is going to be the end of days with this weapon, but also we're trying to warn you guys about it, but then also we're blackmailing Boston Dynamics. They were, like, all over the fucking place with that.
Yeah, they're trying to show off that we're all dead. Because if some guy on the internet can pull a trigger on a paintball gun on top of Spot, how long is it until robots show up at your door and demand your lady and your Bitcoin?
These are like the assholes that teach you how to make a bomb. They're like, see how easy it is for terrorists, and then they show you how to make a bomb.
Spot, though, is not going to be the one that takes you out. Spot, it's not going to be Spot. It's going to be a different robot, much more advanced than Spot.
I don't know.
True that.
Because Spot, you saw
inspired by
Spot, right? Inspired by Spot for sure. There's a lot of stuff that's like in its infancy stage right now that one day will be scary as shit. But right now,
Spot 8.
Yeah, this is Spot 1, guys. Boston Dynamics, again, not happy, issued a statement saying, quote, "We take great care to make sure our customers intend to use our robots for legal uses. In addition, all buyers must agree to terms and conditions of sale, and any violations will automatically void the product's warranty." Oh, no, don't void the product's warranty, Boston Dynamics. I can't murder after I've murdered. If you void the warranty, you fucking rubes. What kind of threat is that?
All they want is a government contract to mass produce these things as killing machines.
Dude, they were funded by DARPA. That's how they got their fucking start. That's kind of part of the art installation.
Yeah.
DARPA. Yeah. I mean, DARPA does some cool shit. I bet some stuff we're going to talk about later, too, is probably by DARPA.
Yeah. What is kind of interesting, though, guys, is MSCHF with no vowels, again. Is more of an art collective that does a, quote, drop or virtual stunt. It's or like a product every 2 weeks, and past drops include a bong made out of a rubber chicken, which is pretty sick, and Jesus shoes, which were Nike Air Max 97s with 60 cc's of holy water from the River Jordan in the sole. So I like what these guys are doing. Check out MSCHF.
Wait a minute. Get rid of the vowels.
Get rid of the vowels.
How do you spell it? MSCH?
You get the vowels out of there, bro.
Get them out of there.
Is there a Y?
MSCHF. No Y.
Okay.
No, that's a sometimes.
Well, that's
vowel.
a sometimes vowel. Right.
They don't even want sometimes vowels over there.
It's like
Guys,
BRKLYN. It's one of those
yes, they are from Brooklyn. Yes, exactly. What does have vowels is the Stereo app, and you should check that out because we do live shows on it twice a week, Wednesdays, Fridays. It's fucking awesome. It's a 2-man operation. It's a 2-man platform, so there'll be 2 of us, a team, if you will. I believe me and Willie are going on Friday, or was it Mark? No, Mark and I are going on Friday.
Nope,
Who's going on Friday?
Me and you, Pat.
Me and you, baby.
And
I'll see you on Friday. Well, we do around 5 o'clock. And if you stay tuned to the end of the show, we're going to play a little example of what our stereo shows are like. So stay tuned for that. Go download the Stereo app. Check it out. Tune into our shows Wednesdays and Fridays around 5-ish. You can give us a follow at Hard Factor Mark, at Hard Factor Wes, at Hard Factor Will, and Pat Cassidy. We're easy to find down there. We're verified. Not a big deal. No.
And you call in and participate in the show. There was a lot of call-ins on Wednesday's show.
Yeah, so you get to kind of dictate what's going on. But check out the Stereo app and check our show out on Friday. And stay tuned to the end of the show for a little example, a little taster.
Nice.
Are we doing happy hour theme, Pat, Friday?
I don't know. We'll play it by ear. I don't want to give it all away.
All right. Well, I'm just wondering. Just planning my week out, you know.
Yeah, I think that's just free. You just free reign to do whatever you want on Friday.
We'll text offline.
Yeah, no pants Friday is what they call it. They can't see.
That
They
could
can't
work,
see.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys. Coca Cola is the world's superior cola. There's no question that Coke is better than Pepsi. And, well, RC, let's just say RC doesn't get invited to many picnics. You know what I mean? And with this superiority comes
or a
the
lot
idea.
of graduation parties, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And with this superiority comes the idea that they can tell a group of people to not act a certain way, to look in the mirror and say, I should try to be less of what I am, which is what they have asked their white employees to do in an online training seminar that leaked and has now gone viral after someone shared some of the slides from that presentation. Now, the presentation in question, the goal was to combat racial discrimination, mind you, something we here at Hard Factor are completely on board with, combating racial discrimination. The slides garnered the attention of news outlets after attorney and Center for American Liberty founder Harmeet Dillon posted the slides. Let me see if I can pull up the picture here. Maybe I don't have it. And she said,
no,
there it is
at the top.
There it is. And she said, what? This seems like blatant racial discrimination to this employment lawyer. So here are a few of the slides in question. Let me get to the top here. Here's the first slide. It says, this is the title, Confronting Racism, Understanding What It Means to Be White, Challenging What It Means to Be Racist. Yep. Okay. You on here? And then the employees got a quick list of things.
Well, it's interesting that before we move on to the next slide, and I'm assuming that it continues, the trend continues. It's interesting they call out a single race there.
Exactly.
Sensitivity training typically doesn't do that, but, you know.
That's my point exactly. They pointed the big old finger right at white people when they didn't really have to do that. They could have just said that everyone needs to be like this and it'll be a better place. But they didn't have to be like, especially you white people, because you're the biggest offenders.
Let's call him Craig. Like you pick like a way. Pick like a way.
Kevin.
Kevin. Yeah.
Then the employee
Jonathan's out there.
Then the employees got a quick list of things that are white and bad, and what the white employees should be less of. Saying here's the list. To be less white is to be less oppressive.
Wow.
Be less arrogant. Be less certain. Be less defensive. Be less ignorant. Be more humble. To listen. To believe. To break with apathy, and to break with white solidarity. So it's basically saying that white people are oppressive, arrogant, ignorant, not humble, bad listeners, non-believers, and stick together too much. Now here,
part of me wants to check your sources here, Wes, and I trust that this is real, but it seems fucking fake.
Well, these slides are
it's not fake.
This is a Coca Cola slide. Look at the graphic.
No. What happened here is that you can't actually screenshot it because it's on
Yeah.
training software. So,
Right.
So this is somebody taking photos with their phone.
I
of
get
their-
it, but even
of their
that,
laptop screen.
like they just have like the
Well,
font,
right. This
the
is
font
some.
sucks,
This
the
is some.
bullet point sucks.
This is some like rube in HR making.
This is the
thing.
worst
Yeah, it's
slideshow
terrible.
I've ever seen,
It's
graphic
terrible.
wise.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one's
This is-
orange. This one's
Yeah.
black, and like like it doesn't look very good.
right.
Bad
it's-
text choices.
It's terrible. And
on
and
top of the actual
No,
wording.
no graphics. They could have at least had like an image of a white guy being oppressive.
What is
Like,
this in Comic Sans?
Yeah. It's just boring text.
Plaid shorts,
Yeah.
golf shoes.
Right. They also said, here's another slide that explains how evil white children are by the time they are 3 or 4. It says, quote, the U.S. and other Western nations, in the U.S. and other Western nations, white people are socialized to feel they are inherently superior because they are white. Research shows by the age of 3 to 4, children understand that it is better to be white.
That was like
Well,
it was like 2 for me. No, I'm
We're
joking.
basically taking the training right now. I mean, do you guys feel more enlightened? Do
I'm
you
joking.
feel less
Is this-
oppressive?
Did you fact check to make sure this is real? This slide
This was on. This was a
3
real.
different color fonts, 3
Oh,
different
no,
style
this
fonts.
this
No, this
story
is
was
real.
huge. You guys didn't
Yeah.
see this? This
No,
is
I
a
didn't see it.
massive
It
story.
was on
to
Fox
start this
Business.
week.
This is
Yeah.
pathetic.
This is a massive story.
Of course,
from
Fox
Coke.
picked it up, but yeah. And then finally, the last one is try to be less white.
No,
Now,
That was the one. Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
And that had its own slide, which was the best part about that one. Try to be less white
Yeah.
was its own slide. They just
Let it
slapped
sink
you
in.
with it.
I mean, this feels like mischief. It feels like mischief's behind this, and like
Yeah.
they created a fake racial sensitivity training company,
No,
marketed their
no,
services just so they could give
literally-
this fucking speech.
It's somebody in HR who thinks they're doing something good or whatever, and they
Right.
think that this is like they're helping the company, but they just don't realize they're committing like an HR violation in
Right.
exactly what they're
Coca
doing.
Cola has
This
way
has
too
gotta
many
be like,
employees.
This has got to be like the Goodyear thing where it was like,
Yes.
it's like a regional particular office, right? This
Right,
wasn't,
right.
This
Yeah.
wasn't an all hands meeting for a million
that
Coca-Cola.
area's person.
It's one
was
idiot
like,
and one
had
little
no
idiot.
idea.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
But he is an employee of Coca Cola,
Right.
and this is training. Coca Cola said that in a statement, they said that these slides are not part of the company's learning curriculum. Our Better Together global training is part of a learning plan to help build an inclusive workplace. It is comprised of a number of short vignettes, each a few minutes long. The company said, basically, like you guys said, we can't control every jackass that works for our company, and sometimes these idiots do shit like this.
This is exactly the same. Mark, you did the story, or Pat, you did about the Wakanda Forever pose, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, this is like very similar to that. It's like a regional thing in the New York government. Where that happened. This is a regional thing in Coca-Cola.
I would say size-wise, comparatively, it's more like the fast dash delivery driver that delivered a bottle of piss to someone.
There you go.
That's comparative size-wise because Coca-Cola is so big. It's like one bad delivery driver delivering a bottle
Right, but
of piss.
this person
to someone.
happens to be in a position to make HR manuals, so it's a little bigger than that.
They gotta go,
because this person is actually like in a position of power. You can tell.
Well, don't tell that.
I wouldn't
to
call it a
delivery
manual.
drivers.
Yeah, it's not
Well,
going
they're
to
making
print.
a training. They're making a training course that is reviewed by like at least hundreds of people.
Yeah, I do want to point out that bottle of piss did come in a bottle of Coke. So.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, not a good week for
coincidence.
Coke.
Bad week for Coke.
Ooh.
Yeah, so let's try to be less white, okay?
I
guys?
get it now. I saw the pictures of the polar bear being canceled.
Did it work
Polar Bear.
now?
Yeah.
Did it work, guys? Because we basically just took the training.
I don't know. Made me turn red. I'm a little
Do you
embarrassed.
feel less oppressive?
You're gonna
hope so.
listen. You're
I
gonna
hope
be a little more humble.
I hope we're oppressing people less right now.
I mean, I'd like people of all races to do those things.
What
Exactly.
if you could take?
That's why they didn't need to point the finger at one single
What if
race.
you could do? How many of those courses could you do to get like a card that says like I'm not an oppressor anymore because I have certified myself in non-oppression courses?
And I think I'd be taking the screenshots. You know, one.
Yes.
I'd like to point out one counterpoint to this in the beverage industry, which is crystal clear Pepsi didn't work out. Just saying.
What did it go like? Because
That's
that's a
closest
black
to
eye
white?
for
Well,
Pepsi.
It's the white soft
No,
drink.
that's not even a color.
Wait, what?
It's clear.
If it's in
clear
front of
as
something
white.
That's the white person's drink.
If it's in front of something
I
white.
can see it. I can see it.
All right.
Yeah.
You got anything else, Wes?
Nope, that's it. That's
Okay,
it.
good stuff. Okay, guys, it's time for the Everything Must Go segment. And really, it's not things, it's people. First up, some new information came out yesterday in the criminal case of South Dakota Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg, or Ravnsbourg, or murdered a guy with his car, Borg.
Yeah.
Investigators released reports saying they found... You've been calling him Joe Beaver, Will? I think it's Joe Bover.
No. It's pronounced Beaver.
Okay, Joe Beaver's...
Come on.
B-O-E-V-E-R?
Yeah, it's
Joe
pronounced Beaver.
Okay.
For sure.
They found Joe Beaver's reading glasses in Ravnsborg's car, and that's because Joe's head went through Ravnsborg's windshield after he ran him down.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, they did not.
Has that been confirmed that his
Yes.
head went through the windshield?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean it's rough. I saw that immediately. First thing the prosecuting attorney did was, okay, look, there's glasses in the fucking cab of his car. How do you explain
Ravnsborg's like, I hit a nearsighted deer.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
but that's crazy. I was thinking like maybe he went and picked him up off of his body.
Yep.
But no.
Which also would have been crazy.
Yeah, also would have been nuts.
Poor guy must have never seen me coming.
So unless he thought Joe's human head through his car was a deer head, that I hit a deer defense is looking like total bullshit, like we predicted since day one. There's video footage of investigators asking him about the glasses and if he ever wore reading glasses in his car, to which he said, no, I don't. And they're like, huh. Then they said, that's because they're Joe's glasses, and that means his face came through your windshield. And he said, he let out a huge gasp in the video, and he goes, I wondered about that.
Yeah, did you?
Here's a picture of his car.
Oh,
That's the left
so
side.
his head was where
His head went through that hole.
Yeah.
The head-sized hole.
Yeah, that's hole.
Yeah.
He forgot to get rid of the reading glasses. Almost the perfect crime. Hey, it's easy to forget details when you're drunk. Am I right?
Yes.
right. Yeah, because that was the whole thing. And then didn't he drive a cop car home from there? So the cops
Yes, he
took
did.
the car.
The cops
The cops took the
one of the
car.
cops needs to be in trouble too, because the cop
Well, he sucks his job. How did he not get rid of the evidence? How did he not get rid of the glasses out of the that was their whole
His
deal.
job.
attorney.
How do you
Their
not just
whole
find,
deal
find the
was-
fucking
was-
dead guy?
Yeah.
It's his
they made a
boss's
dirty
boss.
deal in the middle of the night, obviously, for
They did.
to
And
bury it.
They didn't get rid of the glasses.
Right, the glasses.
So, yeah, fuck this guy. He's totally cooked. Governor Kristi Noem said in a statement, now that the investigation is closed and charges have been filed, I believe the attorney general should resign. Yeah, no shit. She said, I reviewed the material we are releasing starting today, and I encourage others to review it as well. We will. Also, Republican South Dakota Representative Will Mortensen filed articles of impeachment against Ravnsborg, saying that following the collision, including during his reporting of the collision and the resulting investigation, Jason Ravnsborg undertook actions unbecoming the attorney general. And I would go as far as saying unbecoming of a human being when you run someone else down and then lie about it.
No kidding.
Yeah.
He's been trying to cover it up since day one.
Yeah.
Since the instant it happened with the glasses.
Marcus,
Someone over there? You just froze. You froze when you were trying to make fun of me for looking on the other side.
Damn it.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be on the podcast.
The audio.
It'll be on the podcast. Though.
Yeah, it'll get in
The
there.
audio will get in there. But the video, you look like a fool, too. Ravnsborg doesn't intend to resign, and good. Fuck him. We will drag him throughout the whole process if he wants to keep fighting it and lying. Next up, guess who else needs to go?
Cuomo.
That's right. It's the nursing home massacre, book-writing, nipple-piercing governor of New York for the time being, Andrew Cuomo. Because guess what else he is?
White.
I mean, he lied about something again. I don't know.
Allegedly, he's a sexual harasser.
Oh,
Shocker,
okay.
right? I'll give you a minute to pick up your jaws from the ground.
He's a door locker.
You guys look shocked.
I want to hear
He's
because
a door blocker.
when you have nipple rings, it's easy for certain behaviors to be misconstrued as sexual harassment, like touch my nipple rings or check out my nipple rings. Any of those two,
Check this out.
friendly,
That's
show
forgiven.
and tell.
I agree.
Does this dick look big to you?
Check this out. I moved my screen behind my thing, so now I'm looking pretty much straight at it.
If it's
What about
just,
that? What about that now? Wes?
I agree.
I like
with,
it.
I agree with Pat there. If it's just the nipple rings themselves, because everybody's got nipples, and you're just forcing the nipple rings
I
on
got
people's
nipples. Can you
eyes.
pierce me?
You know, that's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay.
You drop.
right?
Well, do you guys
You
want to
drop
hear
your
about it,
nip-
or do you
nipple
just
ring.
want to assume that he lifted up
Well,
his shirt?
that was all it was, right? Was he was just showing people his
No,
nipple
Lindsey
rings.
Boylan, the former chief of staff at New York State Economic Agency and a top former aide of Cuomo, came forward with new details of the sexual assault she alleged back in December. Boylan claims that her boss told her back in 2015 when she was at the job that Cuomo had a crush on her, like they were in middle school. So Cuomo sent in a person directly in power over her to tell her the top dog wanted to eat her biscuits.
What? Her boss came and told her?
You know who's got a crush on you, girl?
Yeah.
My boss.
Big C, big AC.
Yeah.
That's not intimidating.
He wants to eat. Like that's the worst. You don't want to hear that from
Governor
your
wants
boss.
to fuck you.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
not
you
even. It's not even me that wants to fuck you. It's my boss, and I'm your boss.
You hear that? Ooh, dog's got a scent.
I'd watch out if I were
Yeah.
you.
I would have harassed you, but he wants to harass you, so I can't even.
The workplace sucks for women.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
How
does.
do you feel about nipple rings, just generally?
Well, in fact, Pat, it got similar to that because after that, Cuomo himself told her that she should look up a picture of Lisa Shields, who's Cuomo's ex, and he said because the two of you could be sisters. So
No.
she was
That's
his type.
a creepy comment.
Oh, it gets a
That's
little,
a creepy
it gets a little
comment.
That's
creepier. It gets a little creepier when he started calling her Lisa around the office on purpose in front of everyone. Her name's Lindsay, but he called her his ex-girlfriend's name apparently.
Because she was a replacement.
Yeah, pretty bad, allegedly. Yeah. She claims she was harassed for years, including attempts of Cuomo to get her to play strip poker. He said, that's Trip Kings, take off your skirt. But he really physically crossed the line one night when she tried to leave his office, and as Wes said, he door blocked her. Stepped in front of her, didn't let her out, and kissed her on the lips. She said, I was in shock. I somehow kept walking and got out of there after the lip kiss.
What fucking era do these guys
Didn't
come
you say
from?
you grabbed her tits too?
I think I made that up. But yeah, I told. I pictured it.
This is an alleged statement. I've never in my
probably did.
life.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm just at a loss, but with the door blockers, bro, I just don't fucking get it. Like,
Where do you think you're going? Well, I think what he was hoping, Pat, is that he was really hoping she
Right, he
returned
thought
the
it
kiss.
was going to be, he thought it was going to be Lisa style.
Then it's on.
right, but what
yeah.
happened in his life leading up to that, where he
Everyone
He had-
returned the kiss.
He had a girlfriend
A lot
who
of
looked
people
like
returned
her,
the kiss.
and
Yeah.
when he was younger and better looking, nobody thought he was gross. and like and so like
he's the governor. He thought
right,
she was going to return the kiss.
Yeah, and so
he's
now
picking up chicks with like places with limited exits. He's like really into it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of exits here, boys. We're in luck tonight.
Exactly. Well, that's the Ben Roethlisberger move apparently. But so she didn't. She didn't return the kiss, and I don't know. These are allegations, but you're gone anyways. You COVID mangling, lip kissing, nipple pierce, self-congratulating, book writing freak.
He's
Bye-bye.
had a few mistakes this year.
Bye-bye, Cuomo. Bye-bye, Ravnsborg. Bye-bye, Bush. Fellas, we're in the thick of winter, and a storm's a brewing. It looks like 1 to 3 inches are in the forecast when you trim that hibernation bush.
Nice.
And that's taking place in your pants. You know what I'm talking about. Our partners, MANSCAPED, can help you, and they're up to the task. MANSCAPED is here to provide you the best tools for your grooming experience, offering precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Can you name a time before MANSCAPED when you guys successfully trimmed your balls without hurting yourselves or feeling incredibly nervous the whole time?
I always have to hire someone else to do it.
Right.
Never.
Right? Never. Yeah, well, have no fear.
I'm always trembling.
The Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer is here. It is the best hygiene tool for the modern man. Because of their ceramic blade and advanced skin-safe technology, your snags and your balls and junk will be reduced. The trimmer
happen to have one right here. Look
Hey,
how futuristic it is.
It's got the light on it. The trimmer is also waterproof, so trim wherever you want. Manscaped's Performance Package is the best buy of 2021. The Performance Package comes with a new and improved Lawnmower 3.0 Weed Whacker.
I like to trim underwater so I can
That's
see
right.
them float. I can
In the
see
bathtub?
just float away.
That's
Look at-
extreme.
Like you get your rubber ducky like surrounded by a bush.
I
deep
suggested
end.
doing it in a jacuzzi, and I thought that was pretty badass.
Why not?
Hot
Like
tub
pube
it.
soup.
That's a real Cuomo move. You get the 3.0 Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer performance boxer briefs and a travel bag in that pack. There's a 100% chance of looking more attractive without nose hair, gentlemen. This bundle also comes with a crop preserver, my favorite, the ball deodorant, and crop reviver ball toner. The crop preserver is anti-chafing ball deodorant that will make your balls smell nice. The crop reviver is a spray-on toner for your balls made with soothing aloe and witch hazel extracts. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code HARDFACTOR at manscaped.com. That's right. Get 20% off with the free shipping at manscaped.com and use code HARDFACTOR, one word. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code HARDFACTOR. Thanks, Manscaped, for making our winter wieners look so good.
Better than ever, honestly. All right, fellas, it's time to go back to the space corner. NASA's Perseverance rover, fellas, made the first pictures, 360 panorama of a Marsscape, and it's stunning. So here's the photo of it.
Whoa.
Oh,
Looks
wow.
pretty nice, right? Pretty nice Martian vista right there.
See the
It's
hills
nothing
now?
like
See the hills now, Pat?
Arizona. Yeah. Sick.
Yeah. No, you're right, Pat. Looks a lot like Arizona. Shout out to Manny Canello, because I see that Ben Shapiro shares the ultra cool take with you and Wes that Mars sucks.
You know what it's
Yeah,
like?
it looks really cozy.
Yeah, it'll fuck you guys up. It's like a field nothing will grow on.
Right.
Sick.
I'm pretty sure if you put some like greenhouses over there, we could get something going. I don't know. I know I'm
See the
always
Martian?
I know I'm always going to regret not being too cool for Mars. That's my guess. I'm always going to regret that in this week. Next up from Intern Cam and Big Ounce, the U.S. Navy is testing out solar energy satellites. So the way to think about this is that it's a solar farm floating in orbit. So it's like similar to the concept of a Dyson sphere. You guys have ever heard of that?
Now this is cool.
Yeah. Okay. So you like this, Wes?
Yeah.
Are you being facetious again? Is this
No,
another?
I'm being facetious again. No, this is cool.
It's a floating
nerd.
device that could power the Earth. Pizza box shaped
Now
panels.
this is cool.
Pizza box shaped panels that are satellites that could beam energy back to Earth from the sun. It's basically like putting like a solar farm.
You know what's cool? Pizza.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. This is going to be fun doing these segments. Next up from EB Mara, Hard Factor Josh in North Carolina, and Charles comes a UFO spotting by American Airlines over the state of New Mexico. The UFO truther blog Deep Black Horizon has obtained the audio recording of the pilot's report. So here, you guys got to check that out.
Happened over the northwest corner of New Mexico.
We just had something go right over the top of us that
I hate to say this, looked like a long cylindrical object that almost looked like a cruise missile type of thing moving really fast that went right over the top of us.
Now,
That's
that
not
is
good.
cool.
That's not good either way. If the missile's not good, UFO's not good.
Right.
Yeah. So it was on Sunday, February 21st. American Airlines Flight 2292 is 37,000 feet above the northeast corner of New Mexico, just west of the town of Clayton, New Mexico. And American Airlines does not dispute the tapes or the reports. So what do you fellas think is going on?
I think it's always in New Mexico. I think that's probably something shady.
More military training.
A flight from Denver is my guess.
Well, okay.
Just
That's
a much
there
faster
was-
flight?
There was no military in the
Saying
area.
maybe he,
there was no other flights in the area.
saying he might have been-
Sunday's usually military's day off, actually. So
Might have been by
yeah. Come on.
Denver.
They're not going to be like, hey, we're doing UFO training today. Just be on the lookout.
He's saying the pilot got high. And
Yeah,
was
he's high.
flying high. Yeah.
No, I'm talking
yeah,
about
guys.
referring to
I
Will.
mean, just keep explaining all of it away. The entire thing of outer space. It probably doesn't even exist.
I'm just throwing out a possibility that maybe it was us, messing with the alien technology that we now have. Mm-hmm. Is that good enough?
Yeah, maybe so.
All right.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Okay.
Pizza.
All right, guys.
Pizza.
We got a dog scoop story. Another one.
Pizza.
It's I don't know if
Cell
it's gonna.
phones.
I heard
Hey,
pizza. I heard
Pang
pizza.
is good.
The only thing I remember from that segment is pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza size box. All right. Okay. Let's bring it down to earth for a dog story that's scary in a different way. A puppy was born in Oklahoma City recently with a build that would inspire the hope of finally being able to cover back child support in the most degenerate of dog track enthusiasts. And that's because this little Australian Border Collie mix was born with 6 legs. 6 legs, boys. Yeah. This very good girl was taken to Oklahoma City veterinarian after her bigoted and small-minded mother rejected her. Yeah, it's not good. It's not cool. There's a pic. It's not just.
She's like Goro
Yeah, she's like Goro,
It
big
is a
time.
from Mortal Kombat.
She'd be worshipped in India.
Yeah, it's true.
Not just India, Wes. She's going to be worshipped on the streets, and I'll tell you why. Because this little buddy's chock full of bonuses, including duplicate organs from her waist down, which is something the boy dogs in the neighborhood are going to like, if you know what I mean. Because she can drink like she's got 2 livers and bang like she's got 2 vaginas, because she does.
Oh,
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
So she was
Also-
like a twin that got like turned into one dog.
It was a congenital conjoining disorder called monocephalus dipaga.
She ate her twin probably.
Yeah, she ate her twin. She's also got 2 buttholes for the dirty dogs out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
She absorbed the extra vagina and the
So-
legs.
Is it going to survive, though? Because
We don't know.
no chance. No chance that dog makes it past the week.
It's made it a lot further than they thought it would, guys. And
Yeah.
by the way, it's got 2 names, Miracle and Skipper. Pick a fucking name. This dog's gonna have a hard enough time. Pick a
Soon
fucking
it's
name.
gonna be sayonara.
Yeah. Well, guys, let's take it to the internet on the Facebook page, Skipper's Journey. Which, by the way, I guess a lot of people have been sharing your take there, Mark, because I couldn't find any of the nasty comments, but half the comments were people being like, "These comments are nasty," but I think they deleted all the bad ones. But I do have one that didn't get deleted. Taking it to the internet, this is the Facebook page Skipper's Journey that Linda McGuire Carrier, the woman who's looking after Skipper or Miracle, whatever you want to call it, set up. So here we go. Angela Smith Wortley says, should name her Spidey. I think cute name for 6 legs. And Linda McGuire Carrier, who's into semantics, replies, Angela Smith Wortley, spiders have 8 legs. They're not insects, but arachnids. So
It's true.
Ooh, she
Insects
brought
have 6 legs. It's true.
corrected that.
Could have named her any insect, really.
All right. Let me just type in the time code here. Guys, Dow Jones had a bit of a hangover earlier this week, but he's fully recovered, ready to snort some lines and bang some whores again, closing at an all-time high of 31,961.86, up over 424 points from the early loss this week. And if you were on our Patreon Discord chat, you might have made some cash. Lots of minds throwing around great ideas on there, and many of them have been big winners. I got to be honest, when I read articles about the stock market, I understand maybe 25% of what they are talking about. Here's one of my favorite quotes from my research. Higher interest rates could moderate broad market gains. Multiples should compress. And the last phase of early cycle themes could lead to value exerting much awaited leadership over growth. So we're on the same page, right?
Wes, you got to look through that language.
Yeah.
That language is supposed to keep you out. But you got to see through it. They want to keep you out because it's hard. You'll never understand it.
They're
you throw that language out.
They're winning. What the hell does that mean?
It's perfect.
They don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means anyway. And with that big market bounce back, Bitcoin is also coming back over $50,000. And the stock that started it all, which got us obsessed with stocks again, GameStop, is once again the center of attention, climbing to an all-time, climbing to, at the time of this recording, opening at 44.70 and climbing to 91.71, up 103.9%, and then just treating the after hours like Cuomo does AIDS, just throwing the after hours up against the wall and slamming his tongue down the after hours throat.
That's right.
With no choice.
No exit.
Yeah, no exit. He's just abusing the after hours.
You weren't trying to sell, were you? Through this door?
At one point, all the way up to $188. So, I mean, it's insane what's happening. AMC was back up. Costs went up 50%, which is one of the stocks that we never really kind of caught on during that whole thing. But Naked is back up, Pat. And once again,
what's it at?
It was at like 140. It was down to like 101.
1.4.
Oh, so you would have only lost me $900 instead of $1,300.
You bought it at $2.
These aren't nearly the all-time highs. These are like half.
No,
half.
No, I bought at the all-time high. I know what the all-time.
The only one that's
impressive
impressive is GameStop. AMC at 10 is not impressive. Naked at 1.4 is not impressive. But GameStop went from 40 to 180 in 10 hours. That's pretty impressive.
Well, I mean, costs up 50% in one day is pretty big. But here's what. So again, Robinhood stopped the selling and buying of GameStop earlier. And here's what they said.
Did they?
Yes.
That was a prank. That was a meme. That was a prank.
No, here's a tweet from Robinhood. Earlier today, the New York Stock Exchange temporarily halted trading of GME as a result of the SEC's limit up, limit down rule impacting all brokerages. To be clear, Robinhood did not decide to pause trading. And here's what the limit up, limit down bullshit says. Actually, it sounds kind of legit, but the SEC enacted the use of the limit up, limit down, or the LULD rule. It's designed to ensure that prices of individual securities reflect fundamental prices based on supply and demand and do not move outside of established parameters based on errors, manipulative actions. So it's kind of like a...
What does that mean?
I have no fucking idea, and I'm not sure why.
It means we can stop you trading GameStop whenever we fucking want.
Exactly.
That's what it sounded like.
You little bitches.
It sounds like they get to determine when they want to stop.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not sure why they didn't do this earlier. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. I mean, they could have. They sounds like, but I guess
someone
they didn't reach
just
a
wrote
parameter.
this rule.
This is why I've been arguing with not GameStop, Robinhood employee over email for the last month, just begging them to close my account, and they won't do it. They just they're such vampires. The worst. Robinhood.
Can't we just beat them all up?
I loved when did you guys watch the Portnoy Vlad thing?
No,
I heard it was just the
recording.
same shit
One thing that Dave did, which was awesome. He goes, "I don't think you're coming back from this." He was like, "I think you're done." No one had told him that. It was fucking great. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I hope Dave's right. People should cancel their accounts, but most people haven't, I think.
It's just so easy to use.
I'm kind of locked in.
Easy to use Robinhood.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
it
it's
is.
so easy.
I ended up throwing all my cash into crypto through them because their fees are lower than Coinbase.
They are.
There you go.
But they're just gonna keep fucking you whenever there's a run like this.
You just got to you can't use Robinhood for like the meme stocks. You have to have another brokerage for that. You can use Robinhood for legit stocks.
And you can't use Robinhood for like little shitty like win big possibly like penny stocks. You gotta go to E-Trade for that.
Listen to y'all drinking that green Kool-Aid.
Yeah, those
Drinking
penny
it
stocks
hard.
are amazing. You're gonna be rich one day.
I'm gonna get a Robinhood tattoo.
Yeah. I'm gonna wrap this up because we're running long. They said that Jim Bell was the CFO. He announced he's gonna resign, which is why this kind of uptick happened. So a big surge because of the corporate mix-up. So there you go. GME is not done. And that's going to do it for Hard Factor. Don't forget to check out our Patreon channel for our full Florida Man Friday episode available to our patrons only. Keep those 5-star reviews and voicemails coming, 512-270-1480. And hey, if you are a subscriber to our YouTube channel, head on over to our new Highlights channel, aptly named Hard Factor Highlights. There you can see some shorter clips of the stories we cover on the show. Will really help us fuck up the algorithm. Check out our TikTok channel. Like, share, comment. Really helps us to keep bringing you guys free content.
Yeah, if you enjoy, like our stuff and like retweet it. That helps the algorithm.
It really does. Even if you just copy the link.
Just do a couple clicks. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. It helps us keep bringing the free content, which we love doing because we love you guys, our fans. So thank you. And as always, have a great fucking day.